Hi there, I'm Amanda Ramsay and I'm an over 40s makeup expert. This week I've been spending a lot of time with the magnificent Australian-made, Australian-owned mineral makeup brand specifically designed for women over the age of 40 called Rageism Beauty. And I just wanted to walk you through their selection of foundations. I'm going to use their Illuminating Primer. So everything about this range is illuminating. It's all about getting the glow, which, let's be honest, that's really what we want over the age of 40. You know, we're losing luminosity in our skin. Our complexion can get a little bit dull. I'm obviously incredibly sun damaged, you know, crinkly, wrinkles, all that kind of stuff. So bringing a luminosity to the skin, rehydrating, is all important. So this is the Illuminating Primer that I'm putting on. This is what it looks like in the tube. And as you can see, let me just explain before I say what you can see, explain that it has this, it's really quite a unique formula. So I've worked with lots of different primers in my 16 years as an artist. And what's different about this one is that it's got a really velvety texture. It's almost got a moussey texture, and the luminosity of it, it's not like a disco ball. In fact, it just sort of blurs some of your fine lines. It's going to help with stickability like all primers do, but the difference with this one is it doesn't have that tight feeling. It doesn't feel like, you know, the life's being sucked out of your skin. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of other primers I think can be quite drying, and this Rageism Illuminating Primer is super hydrating. So it's got all these magnificent ingredients that are great for aging skin. We're all aging, there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of the process. So I'd say seabuckthorn oil, pomegranate are two that spring to mind. Really good for reversing the signs of sun damage and reversing the signs of premature aging. But also, as you can see, gives the skin a lovely luminous finish, blurs any fine lines and doesn't feel tight on the skin. So now let's have a look at the different foundations. So they have 5, 00, 01, 02, 03 and 04 in the liquid all day foundation. This is the 00. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line them up along my cheek from lightest to darkest so you can see what they look like on me. So I'd say this is the lightest. It's for your sort of Nicole Kidman type skin. It's very porcelain alabaster color. 00. Now this is 01. So 01 is what they call their light. It's a very neutral base. So whether you're cool or warm in your undertone, that 01 is going to work for you. It's very neutral. Okay. 02, just probably their medium. If you're a medium in other brands, you're probably going to be an 02 in the Rageism brand. Again, it's a very neutral undertone. So that's 02. O3 is their medium to dark. Am I going to run out of skin here? So this is 03, medium to dark. It's quite a warm undertone. I do think once you get to a medium dark complexion, you're most likely to be pretty warm. And the last one is 04 dark. And it's really very warm. very warm undertone. So I think with 04, it's like your Halle Berry, Zoe Kravitz. Your 00's more like your Nicole Kidman's. 03 is me when I've got a spray tan, and 02 is me in the winter or when I don't have a spray tan. Being a mineral base, you'll find that it quite cleverly adjusts to your skin tone. And remember, when there's mineral, it reflects light outwards, and that's what I love about this foundation. It's very luminous, and it will reflect light back. So if you're unsure, err on going slightly darker would be my hot tip. So recapping, 00 is the lightest, 01 light, 02 medium, 03 medium dark, and 04 is dark. So I hope that's helpful. The only ones I would say have definitely warm undertones is the 04 and the 03. The rest I think are pretty neutral, which is great because that means it's quite universal. They've only done the 5 shades because of the clever adaptation to your skin tone. And look, honestly, you know, there's no harm in buying 2. Like for me, I would buy the 02 and the 03. So in winter, I've got my tube of 02. In summer, I've got my 03. And then for those in-between times, you can mix a little tiny bit on the back of your hand and always get the right color. Now, I know that's a bit more of an investment, but at the same time, it lasts twice as long. So, okay, that is the range of foundations. Now, would you like to see the foundation on my face? I think you probably would. Now, as you can see, warts and all, basically, I have some perioral dermatitis, which is highly annoying, but that's just my thing. And a lot of pigmentation. Now, my skin is nowhere near perfect, far from perfect, quite sun damaged and freckly. So let's have a look at, I'm just going to now put the Illuminating Primer back on. I think of that Illuminating Primer, I guess, as an extension to my skincare routine because it is full of vitamins and minerals. Now, basically, the A, B, C, and E vitamins that are the most important thing for mature skin are packed into that Illuminating Primer. Massage that into your skin. '03. So I just put a blob on the back of my hand first. I always work from the back of my hand. That way I'm not wasting any product. So you can see it's really quite warm on my skin, right? And you're probably gonna go, wow, that's way too dark. But watch what happens when we start buffing it. And remember, I'm matching to this part, so I look even the whole way through. There's no point matching to there because that's completely different to the skin on my chest. And it's the skin on my chest that I want to match so I don't look like I'm wearing a mask, which is why you do need generally a different color in summer to winter. Unless you are really good at covering up. Okay, so now I'm going to start I like to spread a thin layer on first and just then reassess the situation and have a look at where I might need a little bit more coverage rather than covering my whole face, which doesn't need heavy coverage. I just want to load up a little bit in the zones I feel need a bit extra. And for most of us, it's the cheeks, the nose, the chin, and through the center of the forehead. Now, the other cool thing about this mineral liquid foundation is it will counteract a lot of blue darkness under the eye area, reflect light outwards so you don't look quite so baggy under the eyes. And it's compulsory to pull funny faces when you're putting your foundation on. What else can I say about it? Oh look, you can see why I just absolutely freaking love it. My skin looks healthy, it looks glowy, it looks fresh, it doesn't look blotchy and dermatitis ridden. So just don't forget to come down your neck. And if you really are a different color here, you really do need to bring your foundation down to join up, visibly join up the two areas. Okay. Right, so I'm pretty happy with that coverage. You know, you might be into more coverage and you can just keep layering the product until you get to where you're comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable with that. I just then go back in with my fingers and sort of massage or press the foundation in. I don't like it to look like it's sitting on top. I like it to look like I'm not wearing any. So the warmth of my fingers will just work it into the skin, and et voila. There you go. So there is the color 03 on me of the Rageism All Day foundation, which, as you can see, has this beautiful luminous finish to the skin. It's packed with vitamin E. It's genuinely hydrating, not just says so. It doesn't just feel good. It really is packed with vitamins and minerals that are good for your skin. So it's nurturing your skin while you're wearing it. Okay, now if you're someone that likes more coverage, if you're a more coverage girl, you might just keep spot. You can get your sponge at this point if you want to. And you're just going to pat in the zones you feel like you want more cover. Now I'm fine with where I was at, but just to show you people that like more cover, that you can build to a pretty medium coverage foundation, or you can wear it nice and sheer like I did initially I should say. Hopefully that gives you a good idea of the finish of the Rageism All Day foundation and also the color range. So yeah,